Hello, I'm David Strachan-Morris, and over the next few minutes I'm going to take you through the distance learning postgraduate courses we have at the School of History, Politics and International Relations. As you can see, we have a global and national reputation for education, but we have been doing distance learning for 2 decades now. And we're globally recognised for the quality of our distance learning education as well as our campus education. And these next few slides will focus in on the courses we offer at the School of History, Politics and International Relations, so you can see for yourselves. We have 5 distance learning programmes in the school. We have an MA in Intelligence and Security. We have an MA in International Relations and World Order. We have an MA in Security, Conflict and International Development. We have an MA in the Politics of Conflict and Violence. And we have an MA in Human Rights and Global Ethics. All of these have full-time and part-time options. So if you do have the time and space, you can take these full-time and complete within a year. Otherwise, the part-time option would normally take you 2 years. Each MA program consists of 2 core modules and 2 option modules, and the core modules will obviously depend on which program you're doing. And then to complete the MA, you do a 15,000 word dissertation. Now, each of our courses have core modules chosen so that they have a distinct character of their own, and then your 15,000 word dissertation should then align with whichever course you're doing, and allows you to focus on an area of the course that you found particularly interesting. The MA Intelligence and Security is slightly different in that it has 4 core modules and a 15,000 word dissertation, which should also be on the subject of intelligence. And to help you with the dissertation, alongside your taught modules, you will also do a dissertation module that will help you build towards the dissertation. So by the time you get to the final writing up stage, you will already have completed a significant amount of work towards the dissertation, and it won't come as a big shock to you. This is a list of the modules we offer. And as I said, depending on which course you're doing, you'll have 2 of these as a core module, and then you can select your 2 optional modules from this list. So the list at the top relates to the 4 programs in Human Rights and Global Ethics, International Relations and World Order, Security, Conflict and International Development, and the Politics of Conflict and Violence. If you're doing the Intelligence and Security MA, then you'll do the 4 modules in the list at the bottom, and you'll do those in order. So you'll do 75, 40, 41, 42 and 43 in that order. Just a quick note on the modules in the top list. There are 2 of them. You'll see they have asterisks beside them. We don't run every year. It depends on whether the staff are available to teach them, but also on how many students select those particular modules. So just be aware that sometimes we might not be able to offer those too. All of our modules are structured in the same way. Each taught module is between 14 and 15 weeks long. The first part consists of 10 teaching weeks, and we cover 1 topic per week with a reading list to support that particular topic. And the reading list will give you the key readings and then extra reading if you want to take a deeper dive into the subject. And we make sure that the reading is manageable within the week, bearing in mind that many of you will be working full-time or part-time as well. Halfway through the 10 teaching weeks, we have what's called a reading week, in which there is no teaching, but it gives you an opportunity to either catch up with your reading or to read ahead or to think about what you might want to do for your essay and perhaps take a deeper dive into one of the topics or the rest of the reading list in order to be able to do that. And then when the 10 teaching weeks have finished, you then get between 4 and 5 weeks to write up your final essay. Alongside the teaching and learning and the reading, there are module activities. So each module has 4 activities in the first part of the module, and these are to help you develop your academic skills. And this is important because many students perhaps haven't been to university before or haven't been to university for quite some time. So these are just to either develop those skills or to brush up on those skills and to remind yourself of what is expected at postgraduate level. And then each module has 2 assignments for the final grade. There is the reflective statement, which is worth 30% of the grade. And for that, we ask you to think back over the module and think about what you've read and reflect on what you've read and talk about how it's helped you develop your perspective, or perhaps even change your perspective or challenge your perspective on some of the topics. And then you have an essay which is worth 70% of the grade, and that will be on a particular set question that obviously is linked to what you've been taught in that module. Many of our students are professionals who perhaps haven't been to university before. And when we look at applications, we do accept applications from students who maybe don't have a degree or took a degree a long time ago, or perhaps their degree doesn't quite align with the topic. But we treat each application on an individual basis. So we look very hard at your CV, at your personal statement, at any transcripts, at any training you might have done as part of your job, and also any voluntary work that you might have done. And in your personal statement, you might also want to say something about any particular preparation you might have done for your course. So as I said, a lot of our students are professionals. We've accepted them on the basis of their professional background rather than educational background. So we do provide a wide range of support for all of our students. So with regard to the module material and the study skills itself, you can always contact the module convener and the module tutor. You can contact them by email, you can contact them within the module, and they will always be happy to arrange a face-to-face or online meeting to chat through any issues that you might be having. Throughout your entire time with us, you will also be allocated to a personal tutor, and that personal tutor can give you general course advice. So whether it's on academic skills, whether it's on choosing what modules you want to do, whether it's talking through dissertation ideas, your personal tutor will be available to you the whole time. And you can also talk to your personal tutor about any welfare issues you might be having, or anything that might be preventing you from engaging with the course as much as you would have liked. If you do have issues that prevent you with engaging with the course, then we have a mitigating circumstances process. And through that, you can apply for extensions to deadlines if you perhaps need a little bit more time because you have caring responsibilities or you have pressures of work that you weren't expecting, or even life events like moving house or having a baby, whatever it might be. Talk to your module tutor, talk to your personal tutor, and then we can help you with an application for an extensions to the deadlines. Many of our students work overseas. Some are in the military, some are in the police, and they may have operational reasons why they need to suspend from the course, or these life events like moving house or having a baby. We understand that you do have things that might cause you to want to step away from your studies for a while, and you can suspend your studies for 6 or 12 months depending on your circumstances, and then come back. But we'll talk you through all that if you do need any time away. Our aim is to be as flexible as possible, because we do understand, as I said, that you're working, you have lives, and you're doing this many of you will be doing this in your spare time, in your part-time. So we're happy to try and work with you on any issues that you might be having. There are other sources of support. So the library provides the Centre for Academic Achievement, and you can go to them for study and research skills mentoring. If there's a particular aspect of academic writing or referencing or anything like that that you need a bit of extra help with, they can give you one-to-one mentoring on that. And then we have the English Language Training Unit, which is there for students who don't have English as their first language and can just help you with the kind of academic language that we expect. And they have online courses that you can do, and there are resources online. But we'll point you to all these when you start the course. So studying with us, you will do it through what we call the Blackboard Virtual Learning Environment. Each module, as you log on, you'll see the modules there. You click on the modules, and then there's a very intuitive step-by-step structure through the modules with the information clearly marked, and then the topics clearly marked, and you just scroll down the page and you'll see whatever it is you need as you scroll down the page. Just click on the link and then work through whatever's on the link. At postgraduate level, learning is by what we call directed study. The aim of an MA is to develop you as an independent researcher. So it's almost the step between an undergraduate degree and a PhD. And that's the aim of the dissertation. So your module tutor there is to guide you through the material, to help you understand the core debates and the core theories. But it'll really be a matter for you to develop your own answers to these debates and to these theoretical questions, using the material that we guide you through. And as many of our students are professionals, many of our students do have experience in these areas. And we ask that you bring that to bear as well. So you talk about your professional experience and you reflect on that in the context of the material. You talk it through with your fellow students and your tutor. And basically what happens is during the course of the module, you all learn together, even the module tutors. I learn something every time I teach one of the modules. I teach the Intelligent Studies MA, and I learn something every time from my students. So it's a journey that you'll all take together. The module reading list provide the core literature and further reading, and then the engagement is through weekly discussion boards. So you'll get guiding questions, you'll be asked to talk about the literature, but you type in your comments when it's convenient for you during the week. So again, it's very much designed for people who might have limited time during the days, but might be able to engage at the weekends. So whenever you feel you have time during the week, you can engage with that week's topic. And then during the seminars, during the semesters, we have academic skills webinars and workshops that you can attend live online, but we do record them for those who can't attend. As one of our students at the School of History, Politics and International Relations, we treat DL as a distinct methodology of teaching. So all of the tutors that you will engage with are distance learning experts, and we construct the courses very much with distance learning in mind. You'll be part of a very vibrant community with students from all walks of life. And some of them will be professionals, some will be people who want an MA because they want to go on to be academics, some will be people who are taking the course because they're interested in it. These courses are really for everyone at any stage in life, whether you're starting out and you're looking to get into a career, or whether you're already in your career and you're looking to develop your career. You'll have continual engagement with course staff during the modules. And the modules are informed by our own world-leading research and publications. Thank you very much for listening. If you have any questions about the admissions process, you'll see the email address there for the admissions staff. If you have any questions about the course itself, please do contact me, and you'll see my email address there. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope to see you on one of our courses one day. Thank you very much.